Hey, my fellow nursing students and nurses and nurses. My name is Jess, and I wanted to do a video really quick during my Chronicles of Nursing School just to talk about the difference between an ADN and BSN program and why I chose a BSN program. I wrote notes on my phone today because my last video was a little bit rambly. I rambled a lot, so I don't want to do that in all my videos. And everyone be like, ugh, she's annoying with her long videos. So hopefully this one will be a little shorter and more to the point. My last video was like an intro video, so it just talked about me and what I'm doing and why I chose nursing and stuff like that. So you can check it out if you want. Okay, so let me just jump right into it. The difference between an ADN program and a BSN program, as a lot of you probably know, but some of you might not. ADN is a 2-year degree. It's an associate degree in nursing. And a BSN is a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing. Originally, I went with the intention of getting an ADN, and my first semester, I started school in September of 2013, and no, not September, June. I started in the summer, so it was June of 2013, and when I saw my advisor to talk about classes and going back to school and stuff, he informed me, he was like, hey, do you realize that the laws for nurses are changing in New York? And I was like, really? No one told me that. And he goes, yeah, they're changing. And it's going to happen within the next couple years. And this school is just going to turn into a transfer program. And pretty much associate degree nurses just aren't going to get hired anymore out in the field. So he told me that, and I was a little discouraged, but I called my mom. My mom, she's a nurse, and she's been a nurse for a long time. And she has her BSN. She works at Hopkins because she lives in my hometown, Baltimore. She still lives there. So I called her, and I was like, so what do you think about this whole nurses not going to be getting hired thing with associate degrees? And she was like, yeah, that's been a rumor for a while, but I know at Hopkins, they're not hiring associate degree nurses anymore. It's really rare. And New York is probably going to be following suit in the big hospitals. She was like, you could still, if you have an associate degree, you could still get a job in like a clinic, or you can get a job in a doctor's office probably, or, in nursing homes or things like that. But if you want to work for the big hospitals like Columbia or Sloan Kettering or Bellevue or any of those, then you're most likely, Montefiore, you're most likely going to need a bachelor's degree. So once I heard that, and then I looked at the timeline, like I really weighed out my options. I looked at the timeline. When I would finish with an associate degree and when I would finish with a bachelor's degree, I found out that it's not a huge difference. I mean, yeah, I guess a year is a big difference. But I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go for it, take my prereqs, and once I get my prereqs out of the way, I'm going to apply for bachelor programs. So that's what I did. Another reason is because, the ADN programs, since they're so much cheaper and a lot of them are, just regular community colleges, they're not private colleges, they're so much cheaper, so they are incredibly competitive because everybody wants to go there. Everybody just wants to get their associate degree. Some of them just want to get their ADN and get a job. Some people get done really fast. Some people want to get their ADN and then go to a accelerated bridge program, RN to BSN program, which is possible too. But the fact that they're so much cheaper, I mean, I could have probably gotten financial aid and gotten most of my schooling paid for as opposed to what I'm paying now. So yeah, there are benefits to getting an associate degree, but they are also incredibly competitive. I know the school that I was originally looking at, the program you have to take the T's, which most schools in New York, you have to take the T's as an entrance exam. And I think you needed to get like an 85 on the T's. And if anyone is watching this who's taking the T's, you know that the T's is effing hard. It is really tough, especially if you are going into it and you haven't taken all your biologies. You haven't taken micro. You haven't taken certain things and you're taking the T's, it's a tough test. And you need to study for a long time before that test. So the fact that they require a minimum of an 85 is kind of outrageous. Most bachelor's programs in New York require like a 60, or I think the school I'm going to required like a 69 or something, like really a huge difference. And they also require B's or better in all sciences, this associate degree program I was looking at. So they're incredibly competitive. You have to get amazing grades. And not that you shouldn't get amazing grades, but let's be realistic. Like, it's just not always possible to get A's for everybody. I know for me, I'm someone who has to work really hard to get good grades, and I just didn't have the grades for it. So the school that I decided to go to, which I said before, was College of New Rochelle, and that program required like a 69 on the T's, and then it required a 3.0 or better GPA. And then you write essays and you need letters of recommendation, and you have to have an interview sometimes. Some people have interviews, some people don't. And yeah, so I got accepted into that program after doing all my prereqs, and I'm really happy I did. I do love my school. The bill is very high, and my husband had to co-sign for my loan, and we are going to be significantly in debt when I'm done. But I really feel that it's worth it because I am hoping, like a lot of nurses in the field are telling me, and a lot of graduates, new grad nurses that are just passing their NCLEX and trying to get out there and get jobs. With a bachelor's degree, they're getting jobs faster than people with associate degrees. That's really the end goal, is to pass the NCLEX and get an effing job. So that's why I decided to get my BSN instead of an associate degree. And as I said, they both have pros, they both have cons, but we're all just trying to be an RN and get hired. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you got a little informed. If you have any questions, post a comment below, and please subscribe. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful winter break. Hopefully people are still on winter break. I have about 20 days left of my winter break. It's a nice long break. I'm really happy, and I'm sleeping a lot, and I'm watching lots of Netflix. So yeah, it's been really good. I'm really relaxed. Yeah, have a wonderful night. Thank you guys. Bye.